Hi, everybody. Welcome to Bulletproof Underwear, episode number 37. Whee!
There we go.
We are here tonight. I am your host, your co-host, Yam Juice.
And I'm your co-host, Flex.
And we have our very special guest. He's a young fella. He's a god on the Xbox. We are pleased, nay, we are ultra pleased to present to you Immortal Thundr. Yay!
Hello.
So, what is going on?
Not much.
So, what is that you've got on?
I've got my motocross goggles and my hat.
Your motocross goggles. Do you have a motocross motorcycle?
Yeah.
Cool.
Really? Well, tell us about it.
Yeah, what do you got?
It's, well, I originally got a Kawasaki KX 140L, and my dad got a KTM 200, but his knee started acting up and he couldn't ride it no more, so now I have the 200.
Yes, Dad's knees.
Yes.
Sorry about that, Dad.
More power.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. So which do you like better?
I like the KTM. It has more power. Then once the power band kicks in, you just gotta be hanging on for dear life.
Have you ever flipped it up on top of yourself?
Not yet. Bound to, though.
Don't worry, there's still time. Hey, do you have one of those GoPro cameras thingies that you can stick on your helmet?
Yeah, it's right over there.
All right, that is awesome. That's cool. So have you got any videos?
Yeah, there's a couple up on YouTube.
Yeah, I saw one of them, I thought. I checked out one of them.
All right, so how long
Pretty
have you had the camera set up?
I got it probably December 30th, because with some Christmas money and money I got from...
Whoops. There you go.
From snow plowing, I was able to get it.
Well, I thought you were going to say from being a man whore. Just kidding.
That's my job.
That's right. Flex is a professional gigolo.
Gigolo.
You know, he's a gigolo.
Fred Garvin, male prostitute.
So, how much do you charge them to go around the world, Flex?
$1.50. I'm cheap.
Okay. Well, put my wife down for a tenner. No, actually, we were saying that we were gonna try to be less dirty on this episode, because Mitchell, you're a young fella, innocent and fresh faced and everything. So, what everybody wants to know is just how old are you?
I'm 15.
15. That's a good age. That's
Whoa.
a good age.
That close to the old driver's license.
That close. Yeah. So, are you taking steps toward the inevitable driver's license situation?
Yeah, I've gotten to drive a couple of times.
All right. Well, what kind of car have you driven?
My dad's Ford F-150.
Wow,
Ooh.
a truck.
Power. Arr, 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 arr.
Wow. My first driving lessons when I was 15 were on the family's Maverick, Ford Maverick.
Oh, I remember those things.
Yeah. It was kind of a cool car. I sort of thought it was neat. Anyway, it had a 3-speed manual transmission on the steering wheel. 3 on the tree.
3 on the tree.
That's right. Yeah, so I actually learned how to drive a stick before I learned how to drive an automatic.
I did too.
Really? What was your
Yeah.
first car that you trained on?
It was an old Chevy pickup. I don't remember what exactly what it was. It was my uncle's Chevy pickup, had 3 on the tree.
Cool.
And when we used to go bird hunting together, and he'd let me drive every so often so I could start to learn how to drive. I was about 13, 14.
All right. So you like driving on dirt roads and stuff?
Yeah, mostly.
Yeah. Well, my mom took me to the mall parking lot on a Sunday.
Oh, there you go.
You can't hit anything. It's just this giant concrete ocean. You know, you just
Yep.
drive around like, okay, try to stay between the little parking lines here and then turn and go up the other one. So how's it coming? Are you mastering the art of driving?
I'm doing okay on it. Managed to get it stuck a couple of times.
Is it automatic?
Yeah.
Well, that's good. That's good. It's easier to learn. Well, you're no stranger to a clutch since you drive those dirt things.
Yep.
All right. So what about in the meantime? You just riding a bicycle to get around?
Oh, no, I'll just ride it up to Grandma's and back since it's just a short trip.
Yeah. Now, when I didn't have a driver's license yet, I stopped taking the bus because it was considered uncool. It was considered uncool to take the bus. So even though it was like an hour-long walk, I would do the walk just because it was just
Uncool to ride the bus.
Well, yeah, if people saw you getting on and off the bus, it was just like, that was just not the thing to do.
Yeah. I usually got kicked off the bus.
I would kick you off the bus.
I got kicked off the bus a few times.
Well, what kinds of... Oh, you know what? The dog is going crazy. That probably means one thing. Is Anna's about to come home.
What kind of infarctions did I do to get kicked off the bus?
Oh, shit.
Well, one time we threw pennies out the window at cars going the other way and broke some windshields, and I had to pay for that. And I got kicked off the bus for a week.
A week, huh?
Yeah, and then another time we got in a ruckus with somebody on the bus.
Well, so you had the old fisticuffs, but did you ever have a romance on the bus? Sometimes, because you see some cute gal is taking the bus and you see her every day.
No, I didn't.
You always try to sit next to her if you can.
Yeah, but I never got that lucky. I just did. I was just more of a troublemaker than anything.
Yeah, I know you're kind. All right, so how's school going for you there, Mitchell? Are you what grade are you in?
I'm a freshman, so 9th grade.
Freshman in 9th grade, and now it's well, you're halfway through, baby.
Yep.
Actually, you're more than halfway through, right? There's only a few more months left until the season's over, right?
Yeah, I think 3 or 4.
Yeah,
Maybe
so
2.
hey, you're almost there, baby. You're almost a 10th grader.
Yeah.
So when I was in high school, being a freshman was like, that was the longest year, for sure. For sure. The longest year was being a freshman. You thought it would never end.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So
Has it been long for you?
Well, not really. It's gone by rather quickly.
Oh, wow, that's pretty cool. So do you like school? Are you
Yeah. Pretty fun.
Are you an engaged student?
Like good grades?
Yeah, are you into it?
Yeah.
Well, you sound like an intelligent chap.
Thanks.
Now, see, I was as apathetic as it gets in high school. I have to admit, I was not into it. I was like, oh God.
I was into skipping school.
Skipping school. I didn't start doing that till later, but well, I was a band nerd. I mean, that was and there's the door. Ann is here. Hi, Ann. We're doing a bulletproof underwear.
We did I got to do work study, so
Today is Wednesday.
I got off school for that, for doing work study. I had a job, so that was cool. I got out 2 hours early every day when I was a junior and a senior.
All right. So were you out doing bad things, or were you actually working?
I was actually working, doing landscaping work and working on farms.
So what were you making money for?
Oh, you know, the usual stuff. So I could buy comic books and party.
Cool. And Ann's gonna show you her T-shirt that she got from work.
A free T-shirt.
She got a free T-shirt. Well, hold it so they can read the writing on it.
Can you hold it for them?
All righty.
Hold it up.
She
Let's
draped
see
it
it.
over me here.
And show both sides.
Okay.
There you
Show
go.
the back.
It says, "Victory for one is a victory for all.
Union.
Solidarity forever." She's in the union.
Oh, okay.
So, what does the letters on your union stand for, Ann? This is
Federation.
American
County.
American Federation SCME.
American Federation County Employees.
No, what's the S?
State County Employees.
State and county
Oh, okay.
State county municipal employees. That's it. Okay. She doesn't even know the name of her own union. Go figure.
She knows that you put her on the spot.
Yeah. Well, see if if her coworkers see this video, she's cooked. You know, she's gonna be blackballed.
Nah.
No, just kidding. So say hi to a nice young fella here.
Where do I look? Up here?
His name is Mitchell.
Do I look there?
Yeah. look
Hi,
there.
hi, Mitchell.
Hello.
Hi, Flex.
Hey.
Hey there.
Okay, that's enough. She brought me a chili dog too, by the way.
Oh.
I've already eaten, so I'm just gonna save it. Oh,
What'd you have?
and a thing of fries. These are fries. Looks like you've been into these already.
Right.
Oh, wow. Fries.
No, that's all right. I don't need the fries.
You have to keep everything on your desk.
Well, yeah. Just I don't have room for them.
Then I'll put them in the fridge,
Okay,
'cause
we're
we
doing
have
the show.
ants.
We're doing the show. Okay. Okay, we're doing the show. Okay. So what? So I was just saying that I was a band geek. So Flex, what was did you like have a club, or were you on any of the sports teams?
I was football.
You're a football guy.
Yeah, I was 6'2" and about 215, so I was straight for football. Nowadays, I'd be puny compared to some of these guys, because some of these guys are like huge, man. They're like 6'4", 6'5", 250, 300 pounds.
Well, they breed them in Argentina and they ship them over here as infants. They have this special program. They inject the mothers. They inject the mothers with the steroids.
Get a head start on it.
That's it. They're making them. They come out. They're already buff. They've already got like 6-pack abs.
Yeah.
So Mitchell, are you into any stuff like sports, chess club, yearbook, photography, any of that kind of stuff?
Recently, our school's kind of gone downhill. Like, we lost a whole bunch of stuff, like wood shop, metalworks.
No way.
Agriculture, and
that's because of
pretty
like
much
the budget and stuff like that.
yeah, pretty much the only thing we have left is sports.
Okay.
Well, that's a drag.
Yep.
No wood shop, man. I don't know what I would have done. No metal shop. No wood
We took
shop.
them out this year.
Wow.
That's-
So
we got there and
basically,
they-
you just hang around outside the gym, pitching pennies with your no good pals, right?
Pretty much.
Well, penny pitching is pitching pennies is it's a skill. It's a developed. You might be good at Call of Duty, but just try getting a leaner. That's tough.
Get that penny to lean up against the wall. I think they use quarters now.
I just.
Are you prettying yourself up?
I'm grooming. I'm peacocking. So all right. So yeah. So they don't have like they don't have school activities and stuff. They don't have like all the stuff that they used to have.
No. No, we got there the first day, like, oh yeah, we got rid of all this stuff. Okay.
Wow.
Wow, that would be a drag. Just
So-
not like that.
So are your textbooks like on scrolls and stuff?
No, we haven't gotten there yet, but they're like 10 years old.
10 years old?
Yeah, my brother graduated. He's 24 now, and I have one of his books.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
Far
cool.
out.
So did he like deface, stuff inside the book? Is that how you know it's his?
No, we have to write our names in the front, so like if somebody destroys it, they'll know who did it.
Oh, okay. Well, so do you destroy a lot of textbooks?
No, a lot of them get destroyed by people throwing them in their lockers.
Mm.
Well, if you read them too hard, it
Yeah.
kind of wears the print down a little bit. If you study really, if you read the same page over and over again, it starts to fade a little bit.
Hmm.
So what is your favorite subject?
Probably science.
Science.
Boy, that's a good one. I used to like science a lot. It was the only
Okay.
class I got an A in was science. Everything else I just got like, your C's and D's type grades.
C's and D's.
I was never an honor roll student, let me put it that way.
So science is a big category here. I mean, I guess it depends on what grade in school you are as far as which science that you're going to be doing. Like, you got biology and chemistry and physics and astronomy. My high school, we had a planetarium. We were the only school in the city that had a planetarium, and it was like
Right in the school? Wow.
in school. Yeah, people would bus in from other districts to come to our planetarium.
We used to have to ride 2 hours to go to the planetarium.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they had to make a day of it. We would go on a field trip and go to the planetarium and check it out. It was neat.
Well, yeah, I like it. It's kind of fun. You sit back in that nice, cushy, easy chair. It leans way the heck back. The lights come down. And then, like, all of a sudden, the stars start coming out. So,
Yeah.
Mitchell, have you ever been to a planetarium?
I think so. Probably 6th or 7th grade we went there.
Hey, maybe you bust all the way to my Texas high school to see it.
Yeah, who knows? I can't remember back then, so.
I know that was ages ago. I mean, that was like ancient history.
Yep.
2, maybe even 3 years.
You're doing okay. I can't remember what I ate for lunch, so.
Well, I just burp and then it reminds me. It's like, oh, yeah, that's what it was. So I had pizza for breakfast this morning, and I had
Awesome.
pizza for dinner.
Awesome.
I know. See, when you're a grown-up, you can eat like a kid, and no one will stop you.
I can eat pizza. I could eat pizza every day. I love pizza. You like pizza?
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Well, how do you like it? What's your favorite?
I
way to
just
do
like it just plain with pepperoni and cheese.
Pepperoni and cheese? Extra cheese?
That's plain.
Okay. No anchovies, right?
No, sometimes we'll get jalapenos on them, but
See, I like that.
Yeah.
Now, I can't even be in the same room with an anchovy pizza. I mean, I couldn't eat an anchovy pizza. I can't even look at it.
Ew, man. I don't like anchovies.
I mean,
no.
even remembering what it even smells like is disgusting.
I don't think I've ever had one.
Well, if you were to take cat food and put it on a pizza, Actually, first, if you're going to have cat food and you're going to leave it out in the sun for 3 days, and then
Yep.
put it on the pizza, that's like anchovies.
Yep. It's like sardines, man. You can't eat. You got to eat them in the dark so you don't have to look at their eyes.
Yeah, what's weird about sardines is you eat them, with the bones and everything.
Yeah, I know. They're gross.
I mean, they're too small to try and fillet the little suckers.
I ate some on a dare once. I'll never do it again.
Well, they're canned in such a way that I guess the bones
Soften up.
have softened up. They're not, they're not as hard of bones. They're not going to, cut you or anything. So you can kind of crunch them with your teeth. Don't that sound nice?
Yep.
Now, see, my wife is actually was born in Norway. She came over here when she was 3, so she's an all-American gal, but she has a little touch of Norwegian still left in her, and that extends to the kind of food that she likes. She likes stinky, fishy things and disgusting Scandinavian foodstuffs.
So do I. I'm Norwegian.
Well, yeah, you live in Minnesota. Everybody is.
Everybody's
Yup.
Norwegian in Minnesota.
Everybody in Minnesota is Norwegian.
So, have you ever had lutefisk?
Of course. I didn't like it, but I've had it.
So, I've never even seen it. How would you describe it?
Like eating a wood plank.
Okay, I've never done that, but
a softened wood plank.
okay. So the thing is, it's not cooked. It's fish. It's like herring or cod or something like that, but
Right.
it isn't cooked.
Nope. It's
It's cooked in like an alkali solution.
lye. Yep.
It's cooked in lye.
Yeah, it's cooked in lye. I mean, it's not cooked. There's no heat. It's chemically. The chemical just causes it to do some horrible thing.
Cures it. It cures it basically.
Yeah. Is it salty or does it taste,
I don't remember. I just remember I didn't like it. Yeah, exactly. You got the right look on your face for it.
Yeah. Well, there's I live in California, and on vacations we like to make these little trips sometimes. Like, I just got off vacation last week. We didn't actually go anywhere, but sometimes we go someplace. And California, there's a lot of places you could go and hang out. It's like one year we picked Santa Barbara. We decided we're going to stay in Santa Barbara, and that's very close to a town called Solvang. And Solvang is like an old-fashioned Norwegian town, and they make a big deal out of it. It's like a tourist kind of thing. Everything is Norwegian.
Oh yeah.
Real Norwegian, and they have like this real authentic, Norwegian restaurant, and everything seemed to be raw eggs and smoked fish and.
Oh, I love the smoked salmon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you, Mitchell? Are you a seafood guy?
I like salmon, but I've never tried smoked salmon.
Smoked salmon. Well, you have it on a bagel sometimes, right? You ever have it on a bagel?
No. I just normally make like a breading, coat it in the breading, and then pan sear it.
Sear it.
Okay. So you cook?
Yep.
Really? Well, what's the deal? You're a guy, man.
I don't know.
Hey, I used to cook. I mean, I still do cook. I cook supper tonight.
Okay, what'd you cook?
Tacos.
Tacos? All right. Okay, that's
they were
righteous.
Good. They were righteous and good.
Also, are they crunchy tacos or soft tacos?
Crunchy.
That's the kind I like, yeah. Now, in California, a lot of times you can buy, Mexican food from these trucks. They're like these, they'll be like.
Oh, yeah. They got those here too.
They'll be like on the corners and stuff. And the tacos they sell are soft tacos. It comes like like a little round, soft corn tortilla, and they put the stuff like in the middle of it, and you just pick it up with your fingers and you sort of wrap it. And
More like a fajita than a taco.
yeah. But they just call them tacos. They don't call them soft tacos. That's just what they call tacos.
No, we got burrito trucks and stuff. You can go up and get these. I mean, they're just huge. They put like tons of stuff in them, and it's like I mean, you can't eat a whole one practically. You can only eat like part of one, and you got to save the rest of it for later. So
I like that. I love burritos. I love almost any Mexican food.
so do I.
So how about you, Mitchell? You said you like jalapeno on your pizza sometimes, so I bet you like Mexican.
Yeah, we have a Mexican place up by our Walmart. It's kind of like a strip mall or whatever. And I usually get like a chimichanga or something there.
Chimichanga.
Oh, I love the chimichangas.
Guacamole.
Yep.
Yeah, hey, it wouldn't be the Super Bowl if you didn't have guacamole.
Yep.
That's true.
Now, I've made guacamole before. I don't do a lot of cooking, but I know how to peel an avocado. And mash it up, too. I can mash an avocado with the best of them.
Yep.
No, them things got a big pit in them, don't they?
Oh, yeah. See, you cut the thing around the pit, and then I just take the sharp knife that I use to cut the thing around it, and I just whack the pit in the middle, and then you can sort of twist it out, and then you can just sort of whack it and toss it in the trash. But if you are so inclined, you can take a avocado pit and stick a toothpick on either end, and stick it in a glass of water, and lo and behold, after a week or so, it starts to little tiny roots come out of the thing.
There's grow.
Yeah, you can grow your own avocado. So, did you know guacamole grows on trees? Black gold, Texas tea.
Green gold.
Green gold, it is gold. Also, it's full of monounsaturated oils, and it's good for you.
Yep.
Okay, so Mitchell, you're a fella who lives in Ohio.
Yep.
So, all right. So, tell us about where you live. What's the deal?
Oh, it's just a smallish town. There's not much in. There's a fairgrounds that we have the fair every year in, and further down, and now I forget the name of the road. Oh, National Road. And there's Cambridge that just has all the major stores, and we're just kind of a smaller town off the beaten path.
Well, is it kind of rural or is it suburban?
It's kind of rural.
Oh, really?
Yep.
That sounds like I grew up in a little town in southern Minnesota called Austin. It's where the Hormel plant is, where they make Spam.
You know, Spam is actually the closest thing to the taste of human flesh. That's true. Look it up.
I believe it.
If you want to know what it's like to be a cannibal, just go down to the store and get a can of Spam, and it's the same as eating your grandma.
If you're from Austin, most people that are from Austin don't like Spam.
No, I wouldn't think that they would.
But now the Japanese and the Hawaiians, they really like Spam.
Oh, they do. The Japanese and the Hawaiians are crazy about Spam. What is the deal?
You ever eat Spam, Mitchell?
Yeah. My dad will just fry it up in the pan and then put it on a sandwich.
Oh, that's the way I eat. That's the only way I can eat it is I got to fry it.
Well, you got to cook it because, I mean, it is edible. I mean, it is cooked. It's not like it's raw or anything, but when you just open it out of the can, I couldn't eat it just straight from the can. It's like gelatinous, and there's that jelly.
Yep.
And it's like that pale, mushy-ass pink.
Yeah, you gotta cook it up.
Yeah, you got to make a little sort of a brown, crusty edge on it, or you're just no good. But
you could get fancy like my mom used to do, and then she'd take a knife and score the Spam with a crosshatch pattern, and then she'd put little cloves in it. I'm not kidding you. And then she'd cover it with some orange juice and brown sugar. I mean, it was good, man. It was just like having a ham. Swear to God.
So that is so ghetto, man. That is so ghetto.
Yeah,
you got the little cloves and the crosshatch.
Yeah,
in the Spam.
Yeah, it was good though. Yeah. I remember that fondly as a kid. We used to eat that stuff.
Well, you know, I had a band, and it never went anywhere. But before the word Spam had the connotations of unwanted, you know, emails and stuff like that, I had a band, and I came up with the name Spambolina.
Spambolina.
I don't know. I just thought it was cool.
It sounds cool.
Anyway, we were a little 3-piece band, and of course we sucked. You know, all the bands I've been in have sucked. So are you into music, Mitchell?
Yeah. Well, I play the guitar every now and then.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Okay. So is that like so you can pick up the chicks?
Nah. Just do it for the hobby of it.
Well, you know, it's a fun hobby, and it doesn't hurt, like, you know, picking up the chicks.
I used to try and play guitar. I got that, what's it called, Rocksmith? So I'm kind of trying to learn how to play it. I can kind of play, but not really. But I can play along with Rocksmith because it's like kind of like Rock Band, so it tells you which string to strum when and which fret to push down on.
Well, you know, you got a cool axe. You know, you got that awesome electric guitar.
Yep. I'd grab it, but it's over yonder, and I don't want to.
Yeah. So Mitchell, do you play acoustic guitar or do you play electric guitar?
Electric guitar.
Oh, really?
Awesome.
Yep.
Ooh. So how long you been doing that?
When I was 11, my brother's friend taught me to play.
Wow. So you've been at it for a while.
Yeah.
So what kind of axe do you got?
It's just like a normal one. It's one of the first act ones.
Is it like a Stratocaster kind of thing?
Yeah, kind of.
What do you like to play? Just rock and a little everything?
Yep. Not country.
Not country?
I hate country.
So do you have an amplifier, or do you have like a Walkman, or, you know, like some little headphone thing, or do you play it through an actual amp?
I have an amp.
Does it have a distortion control?
Yep.
Do you like to turn up that distortion control?
Every now and then.
Yeah.
Definitely. Power chords rule!
So we know you got an Xbox 360. Do you have a PS3 too?
No.
No?
Never really.
Never got into the PS3 action?
Nope. My friends just kept bugging me. You need to get an Xbox so we can play together.
How long have you had it? How long have you had an Xbox?
2 or 3 years now.
So what was the first game that you really got hooked on your Xbox?
MW2.
Oh, okay. It was a first-person shooter right out of the gate.
Yep.
You didn't mess around with Mario or any of that kind of jazz. How about that? Did you have any other kind of game system before, like a PS2 or
a Nintendo,
GameCube, or anything like that?
Yeah, before that I had PlayStation 2 and Need for Speed Most Wanted on it. But I think what majorly got me into gaming was my brother had an Xbox, and we just played Halo 1 pretty much all day after I got home from school every day.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
original Halo, the original Xbox. Well, you know what? My brother got a original Xbox, and I I had a PlayStation 2, and I'm like, why on earth would you get an Xbox? Nobody has an Xbox. And that was the case. Back when the Xbox was new, they weren't selling very many of them.
Nope.
No, they
PlayStation
lost
2,
money.
that was a giant success. That game console was like one of the all-time, most successful, single consoles was the PS2. Everybody had that.
Back when Sony ruled the world.
Oh yeah, they totally did. I guess that's when Nintendo had the GameCube.
Yeah.
And that was considered just like a kid's setup. It's like, that's just for little kids.
Kind of like the Wii. The Wii, I had a Wii. You got a Wii, don't you? Yeah, you use it for a doorstop, don't you?
I got a Wii, and it has got so much dust on it. I mean, I don't know. It looks like it's the corners are rounded off now. I mean, it's, as far as I know, it still works.
You just haven't used it, huh?
We should do sometime. We should because I know that a ton of people in Sub 1. I mean, almost everybody has a dadgum Wii. I mean, whether they know where to find it, it might be in the basement or the attic or something in a box. But just about everybody I know has one. Mitchell, you got a Wii?
We recently sold ours just because we got tired of it sitting around.
So you had one too. Well, what was of the games that you had on the Wii? What was your favorite?
It was like one of the add-on packs for the original game that came with it. It had like sword fighting and bowling and archery and a whole bunch of stuff on it.
Yeah, Wii Sports 2, and it had the extra little stub that attached to your controller, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We got that game, and I sort of liked it. The sword fighting and
I like the bowling.
The bowling was fun.
I had a lot of fun with the bowling.
The golf, the tennis, the boxing. Some good stuff there. We enjoyed that. That was one of the most funnest games that they ever made for the damn thing.
Yeah.
It went downhill from there.
Yeah, it did. Black Ops on the Wii is a whole different experience.
Yeah. I've never done it. I've just seen YouTube video of it. Now, mostly what you would see if you go to the Wii section is like millions and millions of those cheap, easy, quick to produce kind of games that that were just for the Wii. They didn't even try to make it for any kind of serious platforms. It's just like more pet your pony kind of games. Now, not that I'm dissing ponies. I would not diss My Pretty Pony. So tell us about My Pretty Pony, Mitchell.
It's a cartoon show that I watch.
Okay. So what's the deal of it? I mean, what is the premise of the show?
It's about friendship.
Okay. Friendship between humans?
Well, it's literally based for 5-year-olds, teaching them about sharing and caring.
And you watch it because
it's entertaining?
It's entertaining? Okay. Do you watch it because you really dig the animation or the voice acting, or what's the deal?
The voice acting's pretty decent on it. The animation's kind of regular for it. It's just, I like it better than all the other cartoon shows now.
Yeah, they got some weird cartoons out there nowadays, don't they?
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, when I was in high school, I would watch this one show every day before going to school. I don't know if you ever heard of it or saw it. It's called the New Zoo Review.
That sounds familiar to me.
Never heard of it.
There's these two humans, Doug and Emmy Joe, and they had like these people in these giant costumes. One was wearing a giant frog costume, Freddy the Frog.
Oh,
there was a guy wearing a giant owl, and then a hippo. And they would learn things. It would be like it it was educational, but I just sort of liked the characters. Oh, that Freddy the Frog, he's just so funny. I'd like to say I was watching it ironically, but I just kind of watched it because I liked it. So Mitchell, are you watching your pony show ironically?
No, it's a good show, so I'd watch it like any other good show.
Well, there you go.
What do you think of The Simpsons? You like
I
The
like
Simpsons
that show.
anymore? I like it still, kind of. I don't know. There's some of them are kind of different, but I like the older ones.
Yeah.
Well, that show's been going on since long before you were actually even born.
Yeah. I haven't really watched any of them recently after they made the Simpsons movie.
Yeah, I like the older ones myself.
Yeah, I don't watch it religiously. I don't even watch South Park religiously anymore. I used to. And it's still really good.
Yeah.
How do you feel about South Park?
Kenny's probably my favorite character on there.
Everybody loves Kenny.
Yep.
He's dead.
Come on down to South Park, meet some friends of mine.
There you go.
So, can you do any like Cartman or any of that?
Not really.
That's my papa, Kitty. That's as good as it gets for me.
Yeah, Urban down.
Yeah. So what? Okay. So what TV shows that are not animated do you like?
Cooking shows like Good Eats and not Mission Impossible. That's a movie. Restaurant Impossible.
Oh yeah, I love that show. That guy's
I've seen that Good Eats show plenty. My sister loves that show. Alton Brown.
Yeah.
He's very scientific and very thorough.
Yep. That's where I learned the majority of my cooking.
Well, he doesn't just tell you why you do this or what ingredients to mix. He tells you, why.
He shows you why.
Like, and he'll even have like models of, okay, here's a molecule of fat, and he's got this little thing made of ping pong balls. And here's very, very scientific, and he goes into great detail.
Yep.
And you want the temperature to be between this and this, So
and
Grandma just knew that stuff, and he's like, well, Grandma, she didn't know shit.
My grandma used to make the best fried chicken ever. I just loved it.
Oh yeah, Grandma fried chicken is usually the best. So Mitchell, what is your specialties? What do you like to cook?
I'd have to say steak.
How do you like it?
Medium well.
I'm kind of a medium rare guy myself. I used to like it medium. Now I like it medium rare. In 5 years, I'll probably like it rare. And 10 years later than that, I'll probably like it raw. And then if I live any longer than that, I'll probably want to get it embryonic. I just like beef protoplasm, please. Yeah. Now we had a steak. I guess it was like Saturday night. I was a little unhappy about it. It was like, anyway, I'm not gonna diss the restaurant, but I had a steak. It was a $40 steak, and wasn't that good.
What kind of steak?
It was supposed to be a New York steak, New York sirloin or whatever.
New York strip.
New York strip, whatever that is. They only had 2 steaks on the menu. It's Kincaid's. I'm going to go ahead and say it's Kincaid's. and it used to be a steak restaurant. And we go in there, and there's only two steaks. They got a filet mignon, and they got this New York steak.
Strip.
And it's like, it wasn't that good. It was $40.
Wow. That's spending.
Yeah, that didn't even come with a salad or a soup. That's just like...
About the free one.
Well, anyway, Ann didn't like hers either, so, she complained, and they actually took one of the steaks off the menu, off the bill.
Oh,
Like,
did they?
Yeah.
Well, that was decent of them.
Yeah.
Well, I felt kind of like a weasel doing that, because it's like, I don't know, I just don't like to...
I don't mind doing it if the food's not good. You're paying, you're paying for the food, man, if it ain't good. Because, like, I had a buddy who used to cook, and he said the worst thing that could happen, in a restaurant is if somebody has a bad meal, they don't complain and they don't come back. Because there you lost a customer. Whereas if they stay and complain, he said, at least we know what we did wrong. We can make, chop it off your bill or give you another steak or whatever you ordered, and then they know what they did wrong. But he said, most frustrating part was when people would come in, eat, not enjoy their meal, and then never come back.
Yeah, yeah. Well, see, they've just opened up a new... Yeah, they opened up a new Black Bear Diner.
Oh, really?
Right down the road from us. It's like, oh, my God. Have you ever, if you've been in California, like in the northern part of California, even more north than San Francisco, there's this sort of a little, and it goes down to Monterey and Carmel. There's this little small chain of restaurants called the Black Bear Diner.
There's bears.
And Anna is like hollering in the other room. I'm sure you can hear her. She's excited about that restaurant. Anyway, we love it. We love the Black Bear Diner. It serves it's got a really big menu, and everything that they serve is giant, enormous portions.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's huge. We ate there for breakfast, I think, Sunday morning. It was like the last day of our vacation. I had a breakfast that they call the Grizz. It came with 3 eggs, 2 big thick strips of bacon, 2 big old sausages, a fat ham steak this big, a big giant mess of hash browns, and a stack of 3 pancakes.
Wow.
Jeez, how'd you choke all that down? That's a lot of food.
I couldn't finish it. I didn't even touch the hash browns. It's like I'm just busting. I'm busting.
Wow.
If you get a chicken fried steak, it's so big. The chicken fried steak is so big, it's like hanging off the plate. It's like cantilevered. It's like sticking this far off the edge of the plate.
Jeez.
And everything is good. Everything is good. So that's my speed. It's home cooking kind of restaurant.
Do they got a pork tenderloin there?
They probably got some kind of pork chops or pork something. And trust me, I'm sure it's thick. I'm sure it's thick.
Oh,
I haven't had it, but I bet you it's big. If you order meatloaf, they serve you a slab of meatloaf that
enough to choke a goat, huh?
It would choke you. So that's good eats. Tell Alton Brown that's good eats. So what's your favorite restaurant? That's it. So Mitchell, what's your favorite restaurant or restaurants?
We have a restaurant around here. It's Deep Cut. It's kind of like a bar/tavern restaurant thing, and they have these. It's like steak, but it has grilled onions and mushrooms on top of it that they make.
Oh.
And it's on the flat top where they cook everything else, so it just kind of all blends together.
Oh yeah, grilled onions and mushrooms.
Yep.
All right. Okay. So what else? What else do they serve? They got mashed taters or baked potatoes, or what else do you usually get with that?
Usually just it's I forget what they call it. It's like a carton sort of of just this big pile of French fries.
Mm.
All right. So, do you have a restaurant called Five Guys Burgers and Fries?
Not really. Further in town is just the bigger restaurants. And not really bigger restaurants, but it's just mainly fast food joints. And then a Cracker Barrel and a Bob Evans.
Bob Evans. I don't know Bob, but he sounds like a good guy.
Oh, I know Bob Evans. We used to go to Bob Evans in Chicago, I think. Anyway, I don't remember. That's home cooking. That's home like cooking, isn't it? It's like home cooking.
Yeah.
So what do you like to get for dessert?
I normally get enough food for the meal that I don't need dessert. But if I do, usually they have like a selection of pies, and I usually get peanut butter pie.
Oh, that sounds good.
I don't usually have dessert, but when I do, I have pie.
There is the most gluttonous man in the world. He is the most gluttonous man in the world.
Yeah, the most interesting gluttonous man in the world.
Yeah, I love peanuts. I love peanut butter. I love everything peanuts. I mean, my favorite candy bars, either Butterfinger or Reese's. Can't decide. I like the really big Reese's things, the jumbo cups.
Oh, the super duper sized ones.
Yeah, the big ones, and of course the teeny weeny little microscopic minis are fun. They're not even individually wrapped. They're just kind of like
eaten by the handful.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like to plug one up each nostril and just snort.
Getting hardcore on the peanut butter cups.
That's it. Just take them right there. It's like you got to go in the bathroom and do a bump.
You could take peanut butter intravenously, would you?
I have a funny feeling that if you wanted to commit suicide, that'd probably be a pretty good way. It's like that would like hit one of your arteries in your brain, and you'd probably just have a big old giant stroke.
Especially if it was chunky peanut butter.
Chunky. Now, so are you a chunky peanut butter guy or a smooth?
Smooth.
Jif, Peter Pan, or what's the other one? Jif, Peter Pan,
Skippy.
or Skippy? Yeah. Which one?
Probably Jif.
Yeah, I'm a Jif kind of guy.
Yeah, I like Jif. I got burned out on the Skippy when I was younger. I used to eat Skippy all the time.
Now, to be honest, that's the peanut butter of my youth. But now that I'm, ever since I've been like, I don't know, for the last several decades, I've actually been a kind of a fan of that sort of peanut butter that separates. There's
the natural stuff.
There's a thick thing of oil that comes to the top, and you have to really stir the stuff. Now that's definitely better tasting. I mean, Jif is like. It's kind of, I think, peanut butter if you mix Vaseline with it.
Well, doesn't that oil have like antioxidants in it and stuff?
I don't know, but I think you can lubricate elevators with it. The pulleys, that work on elevators, they actually are packed with Jif, and that maintains them for decades. I actually saw a show about that.
For some reason, I don't believe you.
It's true. You can Google it.
Really?
No, actually, you know what? It's funny. It's like where I work at the VA hospital, and they're working on the elevators. For the last couple of days, they've been working on the elevators on the floor near where I'm at. And there are these metal boxes. They're like, I don't know, they're about like 2 feet wide. And they have wheels on them, and they stand straight up, and there's like kind of these handles, and it's like I looked inside, and there's like this metal tray, and it comes up pretty high, and I looked inside, and there's these cast iron weights. It's like full of these like cast iron weights all in rows, and there's like about 8 or 9 of these things, like just sort of parked outside of the elevator. So I guess those must be like the counterweights or something.
Yeah.
I don't really know how elevators work.
I don't either. I'm just glad they do work. I'd hate to get stuck in one.
I saw some horror movie one time where an elevator was evil.
Oh, that was Resident Evil.
Resident Evil had that?
In Resident Evil, they had an elevator that went out of control.
Huh. Well, this one was actually like alive, and it was menacing, and it was malevolent. I cannot remember the name of it, but it was stupid. You know, if it's like the elevator is like causing you problems, just go outside. You're
Pick
safe.
the stairs.
Yeah, you go outside. The elevator can't hurt you there. You're okay. So movies. Let's talk about movies, Mitchell. So what kind of movies do you like, or whatever?
Haven't really seen any of the newer movies, but every now and then I'll turn on the Sci-Fi Channel and watch some of those.
Did you ever see on the Sci-Fi Channel Sharktopus?
I don't think so.
I saw Lake Placid on there. That was a good one. That was a good flick.
Yeah. Now, I saw one that was hilarious, and Tiffany, the old pop singing star, was one of the stars of it. You know, she's a middle-aged lady now. It was called Super Python versus Gatoroids. Gatoroids.
Gatoroids, not Gatorades, Gatoroids.
Well, these are gators that have been sitting for a long time, and their Gatoroids are popping out.
Give them some preparation H.
Yeah, it's funny. Is it actually had 3D, computer animation, but it was like really, really cheap. Like maybe student level. It's like they got somebody really cheap to do it, or they didn't spend very much money. They had 3D animation, but it wasn't very good.
Like Friday the 13th in 3D?
I haven't seen that.
Oh, that was hilarious.
Well, did you see Snakes on a Plane?
Part of it. I didn't see all of it, actually.
I saw part of it, too. It was like really poor quality computer animated snakes. I mean, it's like, oh, that snake is so fake.
The CGI just wasn't there.
Yeah. I mean, it made Jar Jar Binks look like a masterpiece.
Jar Jar.
Yeah. Now, I tend not to be too partial to movies that are really heavy on computer graphics. I don't know. I just I want to see real explosions, not. If you say like Die Hard or something like that, okay, those are some real explosions. They blew some shit up to make those movies.
Oh yeah.
So what else? What else do you like to see besides Sci-Fi Channel?
I don't know. Just kind of action type movies.
Well, how about like Iron Man and
yeah, those ones,
stuff like that?
Yeah.
Thor.
What about the Terminator?
I haven't seen that one in a while.
I haven't either. I gotta watch that again. I got that on video.
Now, the first Terminator is actually, and I'm not kidding, I think it's actually a masterpiece of science fiction.
Yeah.
The first Terminator.
Oh yeah.
It's classic.
Yep.
That's the same director that did Titanic. James Cameron was the director. That was his first big movie. Actually, It was not. It was kind of a small movie. It wasn't big budget.
No, it wasn't. The first one was really low budgeted.
Yeah, I mean, they got Arnold Schwarzenegger back before he was anybody. That was like one of the couple of movies that put him on the map. I'll be back. That's the first movie he did that.
I'll be back. Fool. Oh, that means it's time for...
First name, Mr. Middle name, period. Last name, T.
I'm gonna say I need to hear some of that jibber jabber.
Oh.
Let your jibber jabber.
That's Mr. T. That's my pocket, Mr. T pocket.
Okay, I'm not gonna be outdone here. Hold on.
Hang on, Yam's got to get his. Little sound effects box.
Okay, here we go. I have to put him right up to next to the mic here. You can't hear him because he's kind of quiet. Viva Gorditas!
The Taco Bell pup.
See, he's a radical. You know, because he's got the Che Guevara beret thing.
Yep, he's got the beret going.
Oh my God, my cat is sitting on my Burger King crown.
Oh,
It'll never be the same. It's messed up. I hope you're happy. You got any pets?
I have 2 dogs. One's a white German Shepherd. The other one's a Corgi and a gecko. His name's Da Vinci.
A gecko. Does he
Yeah.
sell insurance?
No. Training him, though.
Training him to sell insurance?
Yep.
All right, so
Looking at money.
Does your lizard get scared when the dogs are around?
Oh, the dog, the German Shepherd is outside, and the Corgi mainly stays in the living room. If the lights are off, he won't go anywhere.
He's afraid of the dark?
Really?
Yeah. Like, if you turn out the living room light, he'll just sit there and do absolutely nothing.
Oh.
Wow, you could probably work that to your advantage.
Yeah.
Corgis. You know who has corgis?
Queen Elizabeth, I think her name is.
Queen of England has corgis. She always has. She's like in love with corgis.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's weird. One time, some guy wanted to protest he wanted to do something to get attention, so he was outside the wherever the Queen lives, and he had TV cameras watching him, and he ate a corgi.
Oh my God.
Like a live one?
No, it had died. It had died.
Oh.
He didn't kill it. It had died of natural causes, but he was actually consuming
Ew.
with a knife and fork.
That's bizarro, man.
It's pretty bizarro. But you
It's
have
weird.
to wonder, you just have to wonder, like, is it any good?
I wouldn't really want.
It might be really, it might surprise you.
Did you hear IKEA got busted for putting horse meat and stuff overseas?
IKEA got busted for horse meat. I think I saw something about that.
They were putting horse meat and calling it beef. So they got busted for it.
It is very lean meat. And once you grind it up, like, who's the wiser? Who cares? What the heck? Actually, earthworms. If you grind up earthworms, it's just nice, solid, lean protein. It's supposed to have a kind of a mild flavor.
I'll take a pass on that one.
Yeah.
Well, once you grind them up, and fry them into nice quarter-pound patties, and put a little slice of cheese.
There was a rumor that went around about that for a while, wasn't there?
Yeah, one of those urban legends for McDonald's, right?
Yeah. Just
Yeah,
like kangaroo meat at Jack in the Box.
Really? No,
Yep.
see, I hadn't heard that one.
Oh yeah. People were claiming they were using kangaroo meat.
Kangaroo meat. So yeah, they would use kangaroo meat because it's so much cheaper than beef, right? It's like they have to import it from Australia.
Yep.
Think about it. It just doesn't add up.
You would
Look at
think
him.
it'd be really spendy.
Yeah, it's like how do you supply enough kangaroo meat to meet the needs of Jack in the Box?
Yeah, really.
Now, Jack in the Box tacos, I like them. What do you think?
There's not a Jack in the Box around here.
We had
Really?
we had one in Twin Cities, but it went out of business.
Wow. Well, see, I grew up in Texas, and they had plenty of them there, and I live in California, and they have plenty of them here.
Yup.
Wow, it's like I thought they would probably be one of those kind of restaurants that were everywhere.
Yeah. We used to have more of the less bigger brand fast food restaurants. We used to have Hardee's and I forget what it's called. I don't know. Slipped my mind.
We had Hardee's growing up in my town in Texas. I remember before she died, Mama Cass, the Mamas and Papas, Cass Elliott, used to do a commercial for Hardee's, and she sang it's like, "Hurry on down to Hardee's where the burgers are charcoal broiled."
Yup.
And that
I
would be
remember it.
Mama Cass singing that song. See, people think that she choked on a ham sandwich. It was
What
a
happened?
Hardee's. It was a Hardee's hamburger.
Really?
No. See, that's another urban legend. I mean, I've read somewhere that that's not true, that Cass Elliot did not choke to death on a ham sandwich. Is that what you've heard, how she died?
That's what I had heard. She choked on something. Choked on a sandwich or something.
Yeah. Well, see, there's probably a lot of urban legends that aren't true. What about Richard Gere? What do you know about urban legends surrounding him?
Nothing.
I haven't heard any.
I haven't heard any either.
Nothing involving gerbils?
No.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Gerbils.
Say no more.
Was there a toilet paper tube involved?
Well, I don't know exactly how, but just more than one gerbil. More than one gerbil was involved over more than one occasion. It was apparently a thing.
Oh my.
Like that South Park episode.
Well, I didn't see the South Park episode. What did they do in that?
Yes, there's a hamster called, I think it's like Leaky Winks or Lemmy Winks or something like that. And he had, they put him in a hamster tube and Mr. Garrison, and they had to save him.
Oh no.
Had he gone up inside Mr. Garrison?
Yeah, there was like a dark soul inside of Mr. Garrison that Leaky Winks had to destroy or something. It's one of those oddball episodes where you wonder where they get the idea from.
Well, it's not like they just dreamt it up out of the blue. I think look up Richard Gere, and if you Google Richard Gere and gerbils, you'll get something. I don't know if it's based on reality or if it's just one of those urban legends.
You'll hit on it somewhere.
Let's see. Is there any other good urban legends? Now, Ozzy did, in fact, snort a line of ants.
That's true.
That's true.
Off a popsicle stick.
Yeah.
I
You
saw
ever heard that?
there's an episode of on 1,000 Ways to Die where two of these like teenagers snorted fire ants and it killed them.
Did it
Wow.
really?
Yeah.
Eee. Were they copying Ozzy?
I don't know.
Now, Ozzy did something to a dove or a chicken or something. Did he bite its head off? Or
When he went in for his first contractual meeting when he went on his solo career, they had two doves in a cage, and he bit the head off one of the doves in front of all the executives at Sony.
Wow.
He also bit a bat and had to get rabies shots.
Is that true? That's really true?
That's absolutely true. He thought it was a rubber bat, so he bit its head off, and it was real.
Wow.
And he had to get rabies shots.
He's kind of a wild man.
Yeah, he is.
Now,
I've
if
seen
you-
him in concert.
I would think that if anybody should get the rabies shot, it should be the bat.
Ozzy passing out the rabies.
Yeah, he's kind of rabid. So Mitchell, tell us about your gaming. So we have played with you quite a bit as far as Call of Duty Black Ops 2, and you're quite the player, So so talk about that, about your playing.
Well, I originally, like earlier, I said I started on MW2, and the longer I played, the better I got. And playing with my friends that had been playing forever, I always ended up having to go against them and eventually beat them. It's just the more difficult people you play, the better you get.
Now you play Battlefield too, don't you?
Yeah, that's how I got into Sub 1.
That's what I thought, yeah. Which one do you like better, Battlefield or COD?
Probably Battlefield, just because there's less... It's more actual, I don't know...
It's more realistic.
Tactical?
Yeah. Plus you get to drive vehicles. That's the fun part.
So are you good at driving choppers and jets?
Until I hit a telephone pole.
What about tanks? Are you a tank guy?
When I get tired of crashing into telephone poles, I'll go grab a tank or something. Usually put C4 on a Jeep and...
There you go. That's Flex's trademark, is the Jihad Jeep.
That's it.
Shiz taught me that. I load them up with C4 and run them into tanks. Everybody loves me for it.
And he likes to blow himself up on occasion for doing that.
Yep. I've oftentimes had... Not only do I get an enemy kill and a vehicle kill, but I oftentimes get a suicide.
So who recruited you into Sub 1? I'm going to guess it was probably Willie.
Yeah. Well, my mom went down to... It's kind of like... Not a reunion, but a meet up? I don't know. Because his wife and my mom works in like the same branch, kind of, but at different banks. And she went down there and she started talking, "Oh, my son plays Xbox." He's like, "Oh, well, he can add me on there." And I started playing, meeting more and more people, and then Black Ops 2 came out and I met a lot more people from Sub 1.
Wow, so Willie again. Willie strikes again.
Yep.
He's amazing. I mean, he is like the outreach.
He is the
guy.
ambassador of Sub 1.
He is the ambassador, and he makes this show a lot better because he's steered a bunch of guests over our way.
Mm-hmm.
So what gave you the idea to be on the show?
I started watching a few, and I thought, oh, this would be pretty cool. And I was talking to Willie about it, and he's like, "Oh, send Yama invite. They're always looking for people to do it."
Yeah, well, you might be the youngest. Is he the youngest that we've ever had?
I think you are. You're the youngest we've had on the show.
You're the youngest we've had on the show. Now, I've played... Well, now, there's a Sub-1er that I played with that was 14, but he's probably older than you, so that was like a year and a half ago, something like that. But you were definitely the youngest one on our show.
All right.
You know who the oldest one on our show has been? Trivia question.
I'm not sure.
Right, Billy Boy.
Yep. Billy Boy from the UK has been on our show.
Yeah, he's a couple of months older than you.
Yeah.
So how are you going to handle all this fame? So now you've been like exposed to the public, and all the offers are going to start rolling in. Hollywood is going to come calling. What are you going to do? Are you going to get an agent?
I don't know. Probably be the best solution.
We better get him an agent.
You going to start dating models?
Nah.
How about figure skaters?
Nah.
I think Christy Yamaguchi is free.
I don't know who that is.
I just came off the top of my head. So girls. Okay, so how's the okay? So You're a young fellow who's probably had a moment or two thinking about the ladies. Is that true?
Yeah.
Well,
No girlfriend for you yet?
Nope.
you play in the field then.
Yeah.
Playa? He
Yeah.
a pimp. He a pimp.
Player.
He's a player. Well, just don't let them tie you down, man. They always want to tie you down. You gotta be a lone wolf. You gotta be a free spirit.
There you go. Lone
You
wolf.
know.
Oh, oh.
That's it. No matter how much they beg, you got to give you got to be fair to yourself.
That's right.
Okay, so we're giving you, these are pearls. I don't see you writing this down.
Let me get a notepad.
It's on video. You won't miss it. You can always watch it again.
That's it. All right. So do you have like a pickup line? Have you figured out?
Not really.
There
Okay,
you go.
Flex, give him a line that he can use.
Dude, it's been so long since I dated. I don't have any lines left.
Okay, well, I'm gonna tell you a secret about pickup lines. They all work. No, they all do. See, the trick is, it's not the actual line that you're using; it's that you have to say something. That's the thing. That's the thing. I mean, you could go up to a gal and say, "So you have 2 legs. I have 2 legs. Wow, what do you know about that?" First of all, she'd look at you really funny, but now you've spoken. You've broken the ice. It's like that's all you have to do. The pickup line. You just have to get some kind of dialogue started. It's like, well, I see that you're a carbon-based life form. Me too. No. See, if you do that, you're gonna be too much of a geek. You're a science geek. So,
Hey, I was a science geek.
you were a science geek, okay?
That was, like I said, that was the only class I got A's in was science classes like chemistry, and I took organic and analytical chemistry in high school. Got A's in that. Now physics, that was another thing altogether. That was too much math. So
That's a lot of math. Yeah. Even chemistry uses quite a bit of math.
Yeah, I don't know what it was about. I think because chemistry was more hands-on and physics was more, you had to visualize it.
Yeah. Math are hard.
Sine waves and sound waves and all that
But
stuff.
see, I took exception because they were always trying to say pi r square, and everybody knows pi are round. Pi are not square.
Not square. Round.
They're not square. Yeah, come on, be real. That's a cobbler. If you get a square pie, it's a cobbler. So what games are you looking forward to upcoming?
There's it's a MMO first-person shooter. It's called Defiance. I think I posted something in like the other games section, but there's a whole bunch of different guns you can get. You can upgrade the guns. You get this kind of nano suit thing that you can get upgrades for. And
Is this a PC game?
it's gonna be a PC, Xbox, and PlayStation 1. It's coming out in
multi-platform.
I'm thinking May or something like that. They're going to do it where it's going to be across all platforms, where all platforms could play against each other in just one giant world. But
no way.
Yeah, Microsoft declined it though. So there went that.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Yeah,
It's
there's
also-
no way. There's no way PlayStation and Xbox are going to play each other. That's just not going to happen.
Nope. That and the PC players had a massive, I don't know,
Hissy fit.
yeah. They just were way more overpowered than the console players because the faster aiming and
Oh, yeah.
That's true. That's true. Now, have you played very many first-person shooters on a PC with a mouse?
I downloaded Call of Duty 4 so me and my friend could play it, and that's about it.
So how was it? Now, if you try to play COD 4 on a console, it is hacked to death.
Oh, yeah.
People are using infections and mods and stuff. It's unbelievable. How is it on PC?
It's right around the same.
Really, it's messed up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just pretty much all the older ones that they stopped patching and banning all the hackers on just become over-controlled.
That's too bad. I really wanted to get a chance to try World at War, but it's just it was too messed up. You can't even play it.
You got to do
There's a
private
few
matches.
lobbies. Yeah, there's a few here and there that you'll get into that are just normal lobbies. And then there's other ones where there's people flying around under the map.
Yeah, that's just such crap.
Yeah, and
You
God
know,
mode.
They're invincible and they're flying and there's colors like scrolling all up and down the screen, and text and that kind of crap. It's like that is just so sad because you could have some fun with COD 4 or World at War or something like that. It's like, but no, it's all messed up.
Yeah, they were fun games, but where is a big word there?
Yeah,
There you go.
Well, did you play COD 4?
For a little bit, and then I got tired of it because the third game we got into just, hey, you're 10th prestige, level 55. There you go.
Oh, somebody bumped you up?
Yeah, joined the game, killed one person. Look at all this XP. And, this game's boring.
Yeah, dang.
That
Takes
kinda
all the fun out of it.
Yeah, it does. It takes the fun out of it. It takes the challenge away.
Yeah.
Well, how about the older Battlefield games? Do people still play those?
I don't have any of them, but before I played Battlefield 3, my friend brought over Battlefield Bad Company 2.
Yeah.
And it was pretty fun.
Well, I think people still play that, but how about older ones than that, like 1943 or whatever it is, Battlefield 1943?
Oh, yeah, Battlefield 1943.
I don't know, I'd expect it to be like the Call of Duties where people still play it.
Yeah. There's also some people like Battlefield 2142.
I don't know if I've heard of that one.
It's in the future. It's old.
I hadn't heard of that one.
Actually, before Call of Duty was popular, Medal of Honor was actually kind of the game that everybody played.
Mm-hmm.
Back, I don't know, must have been about 2005 or 2006 or something like that. That's what I hear. I mean, in the
before COD
annals,
kicked off. Yep.
Yeah, COD didn't get really big until COD 4.
Right.
And the developers who created COD 4 were the guys that had been making, Medal of Honor, the one that everybody was into.
Yeah, they all jumped ship and went over to work for Activision.
That's right. Now, see, that's Vince Zampella and somebody West and Zampella are the ones who they jumped ship and took a bunch of their crew with them, and they're working on a game company called Respawn, and they're gonna announce their game at E3, and everybody's saying that's gonna be the COD killer.
Interesting.
Who knows? It's supposed to be just like awesome. These are legendary developers.
Yep.
So,
what is Black Ops 2, the 10th or 9th one?
The original Black Ops was 7. So this is Call of Duty 9.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty long. But see, it didn't really take off until 4.
Yeah.
So the first 3 kind of weren't that big of a deal. Right?
Yeah,
I mean, did you play before it was COD 4?
No.
I did.
Really?
I've played the original Call of Duty. Matter of fact, I got it on my Xbox right now.
Yeah. It's probably a download.
Yeah, it's downloadable.
Now, that was available for the original Xbox.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
didn't play it. I didn't play it on the original Xbox, so I got it on my 360.
But see, back in the days of the original Xbox, I don't think that many people had broadband internet in those days.
No,
Yeah.
it was dial up.
Yeah, I mean, some people had, cable or DSL, but I think most people had broadband in those days, and it just really took off. I mean, everybody had broadband internet by, the later part of the 2000s, or the middle to the late part of the 2000s. That everybody had it, but before then, it was really expensive. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember when we got it. Flex, when did you get broadband internet?
I've had broadband internet since 99 was when I first got DSL.
That's a long time ago. I mean, not very many people had it in '99.
No, it was expensive. And then 2 years later, in like 2001, I went to cable for broadband, and I've been.
I bet
on
I know
cable
why
ever
you
since.
got. I bet I know why you got broadband. Napster. Was it Napster?
It was Napster.
I bet it's true. Were you on Napster?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, me too. I still have a file where I've got gazillions of songs that I downloaded from Napster.
Yeah.
Oops. Allegedly.
Allegedly, yes. Absolutely allegedly.
Just kidding. I never downloaded anything ever that I didn't pay good solid money for ever.
It's a porno.
Oh yeah, well there's that.
Porno's everywhere.
Now you're a wholesome young lad. You probably
The internet's dirty, dark secret.
you probably don't want to mess with that kind of stuff because your parents can do trackers on your surfing, so you get busted.
Yeah.
So you got to figure out ways to beat the tracking. Disc washer, McAfee. You got some sort of a cover your tracks program.
I had a job once where we were all so paranoid that we all had deletion discs. So if we got canned or laid off, we were going to shove the disc in and run it on our laptop and fry it.
What are you talking about? Sabotaging your company's data?
Yes, sabotaging my laptop for the company I worked for. I had a diskette that I could pop in the diskette drive when we still used diskettes.
Mm-hmm.
You could pop it in, it would boot, and would wipe the drive.
There you go. So whatever you've been working on is like
gone.
Bye bye.
Yep. And then another place I worked for, they treated me so poorly. I was responsible for the backups, and I jiggered the backups so that they screwed up, and then they canned me, so they didn't have no backup and they didn't know it. And they were still, and I found out from somebody that still worked there that they were still using the same rotation like 6 months later. So it was still screwed up. I felt real bad about that, as you can tell.
I can tell. Allegedly.
Allegedly. This is all alleged, remember.
That's right. So the moral of the story here is the working world sucks balls.
That's right.
Enjoy your life right now.
Enjoy the hell out of it while you can.
The working world. This is going to be a picnic compared to when you hit the real world and you have to kiss somebody's ass on the regular.
Yes.
Not that I do it anymore. I've sort of kind of worked my way past that. I actually don't have a direct supervisor anymore. He's located in another location about 12 states away. And that's how I like it. That's how I like it. I've actually met my boss twice in 4 years for a total of about 30 minutes.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
No hassles. No hassling you then.
Yeah. I just like to do my thing, do my job. No more teachers. School's out for the summer.
Forever.
School's out forever. In case you didn't know, that's Alice Cooper. Look him up on Google.
Yep.
Yep. He single-handedly created like that shock rock.
Yeah, he's the one that created like shock rock.
So Motley Crue owes their entire career to him. Marilyn Manson owes his entire career to him. I mean, a lot of guys. He's the godfather. What is that sound?
Oh, that's probably my fan. Never even thought of it. Here, 1 second.
Hey, are you going to show us one of those? We're going to have to ask him about a hobby that he has. I talked to him last night.
All right.
Wow, it's remarkably peaceful now.
Yeah.
Hey, I was just talking to Flex that we have to ask you about your hobby. Like over your head in the screen right now, there's a piece of paper.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell us about this.
And oh, crap. Well, during the winter time when there's nothing else to do, like motocross is down. Me and my dad recently, well, not recently, but we got a belt sander and some other tools, and we started making knives. Like, we'll draw them out, and then we'll mark them over to the metal.
Cool.
So, yeah, you make your own knives.
That is so cool.
Yep.
Them some wicked-looking blades, man.
They are some wicked-looking blades.
Thanks.
So, do you actually have any of these knives laying around the house?
Not at the moment. Most of them I've either given away to family. Like, I made one for Christmas for my brother, and my dad has his with him.
Cool. So the metal that they're made of, where do you get that? What is that metal? I mean, is it like...
Is it just steel, or
Do you pound it, or like how do you?
It's steel that we get from Tractor Supply.
Okay. Do you do any kind of thing like you treat it with heat, or?
You have to heat treat it once you're finished shaping it, so the edge will stay sharp.
Cool. So you're kind of a knife smith.
Yep.
So do you ever practice like throwing knives?
I have some throwing knives. I've broken a good many of them because they're cheap ones that my dad gets from the truck stop.
Yeah. Well, have you gotten any good at that, at the art of knife throwing?
Not really. It's pretty difficult.
It's a lot easier in video games. Yeah, games it works better.
It looks, when people do it, it looks a lot easier than it is. It's like throwing a battle axe or those hatchets to get it to spin just right and stick is like,
yeah,
it takes some real skill.
Like 70% of the time when you'd throw it, the handle would just hit it and it'd bounce off.
Yeah.
Yeah. In video games, it works perfectly every time.
Yep.
Not if you're Flex.
There you go. Hey, you should make an axe. Have you thought about making a combat axe?
I don't know if I'd probably have to get 2 pieces of steel and weld them together because we haven't found any that's wide enough to make the head and the handle of it.
Well, shoot, why not? Do you have welding stuff?
No, I think one of his friends has a welding machine.
Yeah, see, that's an idea. Why don't you see about that? It might be fun. Make a combat axe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, then make some videos with that shit.
Yep. I plan on getting the headband strap for the GoPro and making videos of like just shaping the metal and making the handles.
Yeah, you know, that'd be cool. I bet you
That
people would
would
dig
be.
that.
Yeah, that would be really neat.
Yeah. So do you guys engrave it with your names or like any kind of thing like
Initials, I
that?
think.
Yeah, I'll just do a M and then a P connected to the M.
There you go.
So how many guys have you killed with these?
None
Let me see.
that I know of.
It's like carry the 2. Got to figure out, you know, just how many is.
Carry the 2.
Want to be close. Want the answer to be semi-correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You madman, you.
Now, see, Flex, I've never killed a person.
Me
Now,
neither.
I'm not gonna say a word, but you know, I bet you there's probably some deep dark skeletons in your closet. Actual skeletons.
Yeah,
I
there
don't know.
is. There is.
Allegedly.
No, there's no allegedly about that. I got skeletons, baby.
And when he says
Sometimes
skeletons, he's not talking in the figurative sense. It's like these are actual corpses that have rotted. They're still wearing their socks.
Sometimes they talk and a bone flies right out of my mouth. Boing.
That's it. That's it. Oh my God! What time is it getting to be? We've been doing this for a little while.
Are we about to do the?
Yeah. So, Mr. Immortal Thundr, have you ever seen how we like to end these shows?
No, I usually I can't sit still long enough to watch the whole thing.
Well, you know, you always want to skip to the end. If you watch
Yeah.
any of the show, you watch the beginning
And watch the end.
and watch the end. You always got to do that.
And then I wonder what's in between.
Well, then you can wonder what's in between. You can catch it later or whatever, you know.
No.
But at the end of the show, we all sit. We get up close to the camera and go.
Okay, so this is for real. Okay, so all right, so we'd like to thank you for watching this show. If you're still watching at this point,
You crazy mofo's.
that's right. Or you just skip to the end, in which case you jerk. Come on, watch the whole thing. Anyway, we just told them to skip to the end. No, if you're still watching this show, thank you very much. It's episode number 37 with your super duper mega awesome young, very fresh faced, innocent young lad that he is. Special guest number 37. This is Immortal Thundr.
Yay!
Yay! And I'm your co-host Yam Juice.
And I'm your co-host Flex.
And it is now time. It's time.
All right.
That was world class, man.
It was.
That was, I peed a little.
Thanks a lot for doing it. We appreciate it. We
Yeah,
appreciate
really.
For having me.
Yeah, well, thanks so much, and don't be sure to get into bed early now. You got school tomorrow.
Yeah.
Just kidding. So for Bulletproof, oh wait. Well, first we got to get a promo out of you. You know, you got to do a little thing. It's
Do
like
watching Bulletproof Underwear with Yam and Flex, and I'm immortal.
All right.
yeah. So you're watching Bulletproof Underwear episode 37 and all that what he said. So go ahead anytime you're ready.
You're watching Bulletproof Underwear, episode 37, with Immortal Thundr and Flex and Yam Juice.
Awesome.
Good one.
That was a
All
good
right.
one.
All right. So you'll now be rich and famous because you did this.
That's right.
All right.
Okay.
And see you in the funny papers.
See you later.
Yeah.